Mouse's First Valentine, written by Mouse's First Valentine, written by Lauren Thompson, illustrated by Buket Erdogan. Early one morning, Big Sister Minka sneaked into the house. And so did Little Mouse. First, Minka creeped high and low and all around till she found something smooth and rosy. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Red paper, said Minka. Just what I need. Next, Minka raced over and under and all around till she found something white and holy. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Lace, said Minka. Just what I need. Now Minka leaped here and there and all around till she found something shiny and curly. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Ribbon, said Minka. Just what I need. Then Minka peeked inside and outside and all around till she found something sticky and goopy. What could it be? Wondered Mouse. Paste, said Minka. Just what I need. Then Mouse watched Minka fold the paper here and brush the paste there and smooth the lace here and tie the ribbon there. It's ready, said Minka. What is it? Wondered Mouse. Little Mouse, called Minka. This Valentine is just for you on Valentine's Day. Because I love you. The end. Stitch's Valentine. This is the title page. It tells me all about the book that I am about to read. So it once again tells me the title, Stitch's Valentine. It also tells me who the author is. The author is the person who wrote the words in the book, and that person was Tim McCanna. And it's illustrated by the Disney Storybook Art Team. That means they drew all of these pictures of Lilo and Stitch and all the fun they're about to have. Here we go. It is Valentine's Day. Stitch does not know about Valentine's Day. Lilo will teach him. They make cards for Lilo's friends. Stitch licks the cards closed. They head into town. Lilo gives the cards to her friends. Lilo tells Stitch that when you give someone a gift on Valentine's Day, it means they are your Valentine. A Valentine is a special friend. Stitch wants a Valentine. Stitch thinks of his friend Angel. They are special friends. Can Angel be Stitch's Valentine? Lilo says yes. But where is Angel? Lilo and Stitch must find her. Stitch runs to the rainforest to look for Angel. Lilo chases after him. Lilo and Stitch find Angel. She is singing a pretty song. They run over to her. Happy Valentine's Day, Stitch says. Angel does not know about Valentine's Day. Stitch tries to tell her about it, but Angel does not understand. Stitch tries to show her. He gives Angel flowers. Achoo! They make her sneeze. He sings Angel a song. It hurts her ears. Suddenly, Stitch rolls down a cliff. Stitch builds something on the beach. Angel and Lilo watch him. He makes a big mess. Stitch makes Angel a big heart. Now Angel knows what Valentine means. Lilo gives Stitch a box of chocolates to give to his Valentine. Stitch rips the box in half. Stitch gives half of the box to Angel. He gives the other half to Lilo. He has 2 Valentines. Happy Valentine's Day! The end. You loves you. Story, pictures, and wacky wordplay by Cece Bell. All right, let me tell you a little bit about this book. This book is full of homonyms. What's a homonym? Well, here's one right here. U-Y-O-U spells you. And U-E-W-E spells you, which is another word for a female sheep. So homonyms are words that are spelled differently, but are pronounced the same way, but they have 2 different meanings. There are tons and tons of silly, silly homonyms in this book, and poor Donkey is so confused by all of them. Let's read this silly story together now. Here we go. Hey, donkeys! We are not donkeys. I am a yam. And this is you. Bah! That is me! I am so cute and fluffy. You are not cute and fluffy. You is. Huh? I said you are not cute and fluffy. You is. I am confused. Yam I yam or yam I ain't cute and fluffy? The proper way to say that is, am I or am I not cute and fluffy? Hey-ha! You is not cute and fluffy. You is short and lumpy. Thanks. Thanks a lot. You is welcome. Let me try again. This lovely beast is a lady sheep. A lady sheep is called a ewe, so her name is Ewe. E-W-E. That spells you. Ha! You silly old thing. E-W-E spells ee-wee. See here, donkey. E-W-E spells you. Y-O-U spells you. Ha! Everyone knows that you is spelled Y-O-O. Grrr. Look, you and you are 2 different words. They sound the same, but they do not mean the same thing. You. Huh? Donkey. There are lots of words that sound the same, but mean something different. Here are some others. Doe, doe. Mmm. Moose, moose. Mmm. Hare, hare. Mmm. These words are called homonyms. Homonyms? 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 I thought they was called critters. I am talking about words, donkey. You is a word that means lady sheep. You is a word that means you, donkey. You are not a lady sheep. You is. You are not cute and fluffy. You is. You is the cutest. You is the fluffiest. In fact, I am in love with you. You is in love with me? Oh, Yammy, I love you. But Yammy, look, another homonym. That's not a homonym, that's a ram. I think he's in love with you too. Rammy is in love with me too? Oh, Rammy, I love you. Donkey, no, we don't love you. You don't? No, we love you, the lady sheep. You. Oh, why didn't you say so? But wait. You loves you, and you loves you. But who does you love? Oh, does you love the Rammy you? I do. Sniff. Words to live by. Love is great, but it can be confusing. Cheer up, Yammy. Homonyms is funny. Ha ha ha. The end. Oh, Donkey was so confused. How about you? Did you get confused? Maybe you did. Those were some confusing words. And even at the end, the words that they have at the end, these are also some homonyms. So great, this means like some bars that are blocking something, like the grate over a sewer can be a sewer grate. This is not the way that you spell great, like, oh my gosh, that's so great and awesome. This is the wrong homonym for this is the wrong great for that. So this is a homonym. And then but, this is the but that means you're behind. Instead of the but that means except. And then this be means a be like bzz, bzz, instead of like it can be confusing. So even at the end, they included a few more homonyms just for you to see if you were paying attention. Oh, see is another homonym. S-E-A spells see like the ocean, and S-E-E spells see like I see you. There you are. I see you. That's a homonym. Too funny. Well, I hope you had fun reading these guys with me. This story always makes me laugh, and I like to read it around Valentine's Day because it's got some love and a very confused donkey, which is always hilarious. Hedge hugs. Not hedgehogs, hedge hugs. Horace and Hattie are the very best of friends. There are so many things they like to do together. They like to search for four-leaf clovers in the meadow. They like to make daisy chains in the shade of the old oak tree. They like to splash in puddles on the lawn. And sometimes they like to have a tea party down by the river. When Horace is busy, Hattie puts on her tutu and dances in the bluebells. When Hattie is busy, Horace searches for spiders in the woods. Horace and Hattie are the very best of friends, but there is one thing they cannot do together. They cannot hug. They are just too spiky. They have tried lots of ways to hug. In the winter, they rolled in the snow until it covered all their quills. But the hug was too cold. In the spring, they found some old hollow logs. Horace and Hattie squeezed inside, but the hug was too bumpy. In the summer, they stuck strawberries on their spikes, but the hug was too sticky. In the autumn, they covered their quills in crunchy, crispy leaves, but the hug was too scratchy. Poor Horace and Hattie. Then one day, they found something very interesting. It was soft. Was it a hat? Horace decided to investigate. He wriggled and jiggled and nibbled, then out he popped. Hattie thought Horace looked very funny. Then she had an idea. Hattie looked at Horace. Horace looked at Hattie. They moved closer and closer and closer until they hugged. The hug was just right. Not cold, not scratchy, not sticky, and not bumpy. It was warm and soft and cuddly and comfy. A perfect hedge hug. So the next time you see someone wearing mismatched socks, or if one of your socks goes missing, you know what it means. A hedgehog has happened. The end. Splat the cat. Funny Valentine. Remember what tomorrow is, class, said Mrs. Wimpy Dimple. Don't forget to bring in something for your special Valentine. My special Valentine? Splat thought. Splat had an idea, but he would need some help. Splat explained his plan to Kitten and Spike. Splat heard the secret knock. We brought our supplies, said Kitten. Let's get started, Spike said. Spike knew the special things he needed for the secret project were somewhere in his box of stuff. Spike's box of stuff. Do not touch. Fancy shark scissors and construction paper. Cutting out shapes is my specialty, said Spike. Where's Kitten? She's sewing a special mouse-sized costume. Shh, it's a secret. Who is that behind all that crumpled paper? It's Splat. He's busy writing rhymes. Many, many, many rhymes. Finally, the perfect rhyme, said Splat. What is Seymour up to? Seymour is making something secret too. Still working hard? Nope, taking a go fish break. Scribble, bang, snip, boing! Suddenly, all the work sounds stopped. It's finished! They yelled. This is going to be the best Valentine's Day ever, said Splat. At school the next day, Mrs. Wimpy Dimple asked, who would like to present their special Valentine's Day card? After everyone had showed their cards, Splat was ready to show his secret surprise. Splat's tail wiggled wildly as he presented a special Valentine. To Mrs. Wimpy Dimple, our special Valentine from all of us. Look at Seymour. Mrs. Wimpy Dimple opened the card. The class got together and we all agree you're the best teacher there ever could be. Oh, you are all my special Valentines, she purred. The class cheered. Hooray for Splat! The end. Valentine's Day jitters. Everyone gets the jitters sometimes. Valentine's Day was just around the corner, and Mrs. Hartwell had the jitters. She was busy planning the class Valentine's Day party, and she wanted it to be extra special, just like her students. Remembering some of her party planning issues in the past, Mrs. Hartwell decided to ask her room full of experts for advice. During reading between helping Emmy with a Band-Aid and searching with Jeff to find a just right reading book, she asked students for suggestions on Valentine's Day craft projects. There was a consensus on glitter, glue, ribbons, and lace. After math class, Mrs. Hartwell high-fived Alexandra for knowing her math facts and gave Jack a sticker for not giving up on his. Then she asked the class for party game recommendations. Her students had lots of ideas. Some she could use, and some she couldn't. As everyone lined up for recess, Mrs. Hartwell tied Andy's shoelaces and reminded Sergio and Olivia to get their coats. Then she asked the students for advice on the perfect party treat. Cake with extra frosting and lots of sprinkles. The night before Valentine's Day, Mrs. Hartwell worked hard to get everything ready for the party. The cake took a lot of time. It was very complicated. The next day during lunch and recess, she bustled about, setting up the craft and the games. Can we see the cake? The students asked when they came in, excited for another one of Mrs. Hartwell's parties. It's going to be a surprise, she told them. That afternoon, the students handed out their Valentine's Day cards. Then Mrs. Hartwell got them started on the craft project. There was glitter, glue, ribbons, and lace. It turned out a little bit messier than Mrs. Hartwell expected. Oh my, she said. Oh, look at this mess. Next up, games. Laughter rang out as students played Pin the Smile on the Teacher, Beanbag Heart Toss, and Candy Heart Bingo. It was a bit livelier than Mrs. Hartwell expected. "Oh dear," she said. "Look at this craziness." Finally, it was time for her extra special cake surprise. Mrs. Hartwell couldn't wait. She knew it would be the perfect ending to a less than perfect party. The students were definitely surprised. Is it supposed to look like that?" Jack whispered to Maria. "Oh no. Oh no," wailed Mrs. Hartwell. "This party is a disaster. I wanted it to be extra special. I wanted to show you how much I care." For a minute, the students looked confused. Then they laughed. "But you show us that every day," they said. "Silly Mrs. Hartwell," said Alexandra, patting her on the back. The students decided to take charge. Some of them helped Mrs. Hartwell clean the frosting out of her hair and the glue off her shoes. Sort of. Some of them raced to clean up the mess. Sort of. Some of them fixed the cake. Sort of. But all of them took turns working on an impromptu Valentine for Mrs. Hartwell. They wanted it to be extra special to show her how much they cared. Once again, the classroom rang with laughter. At the end of the day, the students gave Mrs. Hartwell their creation. "Happy Valentine's Day!" they cheered. Mrs. Hartwell smiled. "It's perfect," she said. "Just like you," Emmy said. Everyone agreed it was the best Valentine's Day party ever. Well, almost. Where are my shoes? I can't wait to see what extra special plans Mrs. Hartwell has for St. Patrick's Day. The end. Always More Love. Words by Aaron Gudelsberger. Pictures by Andotwin. I love you so much, but there's more in my heart. How is that possible? Well, where do I start? Now move in close and you will see just how much you mean to me. My love is huge below, above. As you can tell, there's always more love. Is this the most that you can get? Of course it's not. No way. Not yet. Don't believe me? Let's try again. Tickle here, beneath my chin. Ha ha ha! It's no surprise. With love there's joy, and it multiplies. There always is more love, I say. So please stop tickling now, okay? I'm not just red, there's more to me. Shake the book to see what I can be. My love for you is rainbow bright. It's green, blue, yellow, purple, white. It's every shape and color too. I always have more love for you. See the moon up in the sky? Now trace its shape. I'll tell you why. I love you to the moon and back, from bluest sky to darkest black. If we are near or far apart, There's always more love in my heart. Here's a door, but do you dare to go knock knock to see who's there? It's me. I'm always here for you and full of love that's deep and true. That's just another way to say there's always more love every day. Now make a face as silly as you wish. Now blow your biggest, loudest kiss. Mwah! Whoa, you knocked me off my feet with kisses strong and oh so sweet. I love you now, tomorrow too. I'll always have more love for you. You can grab the book and hug it tight to squeeze out the love with all your might. You can tip it over, point, push, and flip, and still you'll always make my heart skip. It doesn't matter what you do, how much you ask, it's always true. My love's an endless open door. I'll always love you more and more. The end. How wonderful, boys and girls. Who is it that loves you like this? I bet it's your mom and your dad, or maybe your brother or your sister, or maybe your grandma or your grandpa, or your aunts or your uncles, or maybe it's your friends. They love you so much. You are so very special and you are so very lovable. And I know that there are so many people who feel that there's always more love to give to you because you are amazing and incredible. And there is so much of you to love. Thanks for watching. If you love this book and want a copy of your very own, you can get one at the link below. If you had fun reading along with me, please like this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other videos where I read books aloud just for you. I hope I'll see you guys soon and you'll come back and read with me again next time. Bye!